No, no, no. That's wrong. Dixie Diamonds 424. Mets 10:33 p.m. Dixie 7:33 a.m. Absorbed by his work at hand while sitting in his home office, Richard Kelball startled as his phone rang. Lifting the receiver from its cradle, he declared, "This is Kelball," in a decidedly gruff voice. "Commander Kelball, this is Dixie Constable Lolo Trigonini. Please forgive me for phoning at so early an hour, but I know you're concerned about Pilotre de Rosier's safety once he arrives in Brisbane for the Bency trial, and I thought it best if we spoke with you about protection for de Rosier." "I'm sorry," Kelball said, his voice peaked. "Who is this again?" "I'm Lolo Truganini, one of Dixie's constable." "Dixie, way north in the York Peninsula, northeast of Cooktown. The reason for my call is the safety of Professor de Rosier. He and I share a mutual close friend, a friend who has kept me updated on Brent Brency since early January, and this friend and I are both extremely concerned for de Rosier's safety." "Is that so?" Kelball replied, shaking his head. "And your friend, his name?" "I go by Balloony, Commander, Big B telepath. That or Big B. Back on the 11th of November, 1998, I witnessed Brent Brency's attack on Pilotre. In fact, I'm afraid I am the impetus for Brency's murder attempt. My deepest regret is that I was unable to stop Brency's assault, but I was able to intercede after the fact and pull Pilotre to safety. I've continued monitoring the situation, and as we both know, the Brencys will stop at nothing, including murder, to protect Brent. Constable Truganini and I have promised Dr. Pilotre, his friend Joey Habanere, and his parents Magdalene and Wilmard that we will keep Pilotre safe. That's why we called you." "Is that so?" Kelball replied, saccharine voice. "Fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. Well, thanks for reaching out. I'll get in touch with the authorities in Dixie and have them interview you. Full names and addresses." "Commander," Lala said, "we fully understand how absurd we sound, and I can assure you that I was completely taken aback when Big B introduced herself to me. But give us 20 more seconds and we will change your mind. You were about to disconnect the call, correct?" "That is correct. In fact, I am going to disconnect the call," Kelball said with a sigh, adding "goodbye" and hanging up. "Commander Kelball," Balloony telepath, "both Constable Truganini and I understand how extraordinary my mere existence is, let alone my ability to communicate telepathically. However, we don't need a telephone to communicate with you, do we, Lala?" "We do not," she said aloud, her words reaching Kelball via Balloony. "I hear you because Balloony has experienced the world from your perspective and sharing your world with me telepathically. This is shocking, I know, but it is so, and Big B and I know that the Brencys will stop at nothing to protect one another, including murdering de Rosier. Balloony is an amazing ally who can assist you enormously. You need to listen to him." "Are you ready to continue?" she asked. "As you can see, we don't need a phone to speak with one another. In fact, we don't need to speak at all. Balloony can use our 5 senses and transmit what we see, hear, feel, etc. with one another, plus Z can transmit our thoughts at the speed of thought. We want to protect Pilotre de Rosier and to bring the Brencys to justice. That is something you want as well, correct?" "Bloody hell," Kelball whispered. "Bloody hell."